Welcome everybody.
Y'all ready for this?
The Hustle. My name is Steve Aramopoulos, and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Talia.
And I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio. You may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Welcome, everybody. We're back to another episode of the Hustle Podcast.
Yes, we are.
And we got a special guest, Flix P, in the building. No Talia today. So I think Tech's got to do what he does best. And
amongst other things. So we got Flix P in the building. You guys may know him as an artist, one half of Smoking Ink. You may know him as Rozwel Beats. You may know him as one of the creative minds behind The Clash, which I'm actually going to be on a little bit later today, so peep that out. We got him in the building, man. With no further ado, Flix P, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Feeling good, man.
How's the drive out here? It's a little bit snowy today, man.
It was actually good because I don't live too far, so I was lucky.
That's true. Yeah, the drive the drive wasn't that bad. I kept having to use the windshield wiper fluid, but anyway, that's boring, man. Let's get right into it. I think I want to start, actually, we're gonna backtrack, but I want to start with The Clash. Not only because I'm gonna be on it, just because it's interesting, and it's actually a dope platform for artists, in Montreal, obviously, coming up to showcase their music, to also come on and compete, and really make a name for themselves. So, who came up with the idea? Where did it come from?
It started actually way back in the day in 2006. So I
Oh, damn,
wanted to
bro.
do something like this, and then it just fell off. Life
I feel like it was some
happens.
Dawson shit.
Hmm?
I feel like that was some Dawson shit.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I got inspired from Street Heat.
Okay.
And I was like,
Street
oh, they're
Heat.
missing something, man. They're not doing this on video. They're not
Yeah.
bringing it to the next level like Americans Got Talent and
Right.
stuff like that. And
Right.
then it was about 3 years ago before the pandemic hit. I was like, that's it. We're doing this. And we did our first show.
That's lit.
And then the pandemic hit. Yeah.
That'll throw a wrench in things.
I remember seeing you.
Mhm.
It was on near Saint Denis or something like that. You guys had a show at the Groove MTL or something.
The Ritz or what?
I think it was called The Groove.
I believe yes.
So that's where the first time I saw you and Tash, actually.
Really?
Yeah, Tash, I've seen her before that, but that's the first time I saw you guys together.
Mhm.
I had a friend of mine that was supposed to be performing that night,
Okay.
but I guess it took a little too long for the show to get underway.
Yeah.
So a couple
I
of
don't
us
want to name an
bounced.
arttle, but this person decided I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna do a
something to
45-minute
eat.
set. Oh, okay.
No, I'm gonna go have something to eat and then come back 2 hours later when the set was in 5-10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, some shit like that. So I saw you there. I think I got the chance to see a couple of performances. I'm not sure if I remember seeing you perform, but I saw stuff that you've done throughout the years. You definitely got you got a good vibe, you know what I mean? I didn't even know that you make beats until
Yeah, man.
he
yeah,
told me
man, I did
about that.
everything.
So there's a lot of things that you're doing. And I believe that event too was a clash.
Yep.
It was a clash. So
Yeah,
I
that
met
was
him
the
at a
first
clash, dude.
on stage.
The first
That's
clash
lit.
on
Yeah.
fucking stage.
Yeah,
That was
great.
lit.
It was a lot of fun. We did that during an ice storm, so not many people came out, but people who were down, they showed up. So
Yeah.
it was still a good time.
That's wicked, bro. That's wicked. So in terms of the Clash, now I know is Misery still the champ?
Yep.
So-
he is 3-time champ.
Shout out to Misery. I feel like a lot of people are hating on him specifically in relation to the Clash,
Mhm.
and it's like, yo, if y'all are gonna hate on him, it's a competition at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
that's why I said
come
you gotta step it up.
compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like as soon as he was the champ, the submission started to slow down a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, big time. When he was the first time,
Shout out to
he was
Miz.
in there, people were in it. Second time, it was like crickets.
Really?
Complete crickets.
That's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he's fire. He's got some good music,
Yeah,
man. But yeah, we
definitely.
got to get him on the show at some point. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
definitely.
he's
Yeah,
hungry. He's very
he's been
hungry,
on the
very
list.
ambitious.
For sure.
and He's come from a long way,
Mhm.
So definitely.
So you guys, the Clash is sponsored by Monstrosity, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about Monstrosity and how that came to be.
honestly, these people are amazing. Very amazing.
Big
Down
up,
to earth.
big up.
Yeah, big shout out to Pride, Naomi, Cassidy, the whole team. He actually hit me up. Pride hit me up, said I have an offer. I can't refuse. I said, okay. Told me offer. I was like, can't refuse that. And since then, they've been recording episodes with us.
That's what's up,
Yeah,
man.
man. It's a lot of fun. Good team. Went on the set for videos.
Yeah.
Very, very professional. Like, they
Nice.
pull out the balance. They have all the things going. They got 3 cameras at all times.
Lit.
Very, very good team. They're going to go far.
Yeah.
I have to say a lot of the videographers in the city better watch out. these guys are gonna make a lot of noise. I think they just got a new camera too. I think they got a red camera.
Okay,
Nice,
so they're on the
Oh,
come
yeah.
up. So if you guys are looking for videos, holler at my man Steve first. I just got to say that because
Holler at Monstrosity
I'm
too.
obliged to, but holler at Monstrosity, absolutely.
There's enough videos to go around.
In fact, there's enough artists.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
That's
seen it over the past few years doing Clash. Just more than 3,000 artists minimum.
Oh,
just
yeah.
in the hip hop
Exactly.
industry
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Montreal.
for sure.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
Everybody's a rapper, bro.
yeah.
And you know what? I was actually talking to Mike. Shout out to Mike from Studio Rush. We were talking like off air about how many artists there are, right? Like there's so many rappers, and it's just like, but the funny thing to me is that like how many times can these guys make the same song over and over and over? It's like, yo, no matter what artist you press play on, it's the same song.
I missed old days.
Yeah.
I
Where
missed old
you
days when
have
like
to-
you
you have to be
Ludacris,
creative.
Dr. Dre, like everybody sounded different. Each song sounded different. And it was very originality. Now it's like, okay, I swear I heard that song the other day. And
It's
that
the
was
same song
artist, though.
on the same beat, the same video. I'm
Yep.
like, dude,
Yeah.
like remember when if you used to bite, you would get booed off stage,
Oh,
or
yeah.
like people just
course.
wouldn't mess with your
Oh,
music
yeah.
whatsoever. Now it's like if you don't bite, you get booed off stage. It's crazy how things have
yeah.
changed.
Changed a lot.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. Like funny story. I'm not gonna name any names, but there was a certain individual in the city that fucking laid down a whole Sean P verse on a guy's mixtape.
Are you serious?
Dude, a
like
whole
word for word?
Word for word, 16 bars, Sean P. Like
does
thinking
that?
that nobody's gonna know it's Sean P. He got called out for it. Nothing ever like the guy disappeared for a few years, and then he came back on the scene, and nobody has mentioned anything about that. I'm still skeptical that those are his bars. Like
Yeah.
anything that he spits to this day.
That's
you
a
know
problem. I've noticed that sometimes people are sneaking bars from other artists, and I don't like that shit.
I mean, it's okay if you're paying homage. Like if you
Exactly.
take like the opening bar of a verse and then obviously flip
Exactly.
it, whatever. That's okay.
Especially shout out the artist too while
Yeah.
saying it in a bar. That's like,
But like to bite a whole verse, that's ballsy.
A whole verse.
That's pretty ballsy, man.
oh yeah, that's
guy's
literally
got
trying to
some
say
big
that you
balls,
don't got talent. Or except
pretty
you
much.
can copy someone's stuff. So writers would love that person.
Yeah.
For sure.
I guess. I mean, then again, it probably didn't make enough noise to warrant a lawsuit anyway, right? Like
No,
seven
it
people
wasn't-
heard it, so it doesn't really.
Okay.
It's like a
doesn't
hood.
really
It's,
matter.
it's like a hood thing that happened. You might be like, "Oh, you fucked up my project, bro. You just ruined the whole
Yeah.
project by spitting a Sean P on verse on
That's-
it." Now everybody's gonna think all the other bars are fucking bitten too.
That's crazy, son.
Not a good look, you know what I mean?
No,
But
definitely not.
anyways, speaking of talent, so let's talk a little bit about the beats. I know a couple of months ago, you were involved in a beat battle in Quartier de Spectacle, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about Rozwel Beats, bro. Cause honestly, he's got some fire beats, ladies and gentlemen. I looked at all three
Appreciate that.
cameras to say that shit.
Appreciate that.
Real
So,
talk. Let's talk about the production, man.
production is just extension of myself.
Yeah.
That's also why I also did change name. I'm no longer Flix P. I go by ChrisShaun Rozwel.
Oh,
So
okay.
I took
Well,
my government name.
edit that out, editor.
It's all good. It's all good. I like to let people know afterwards because
Okay,
it's
okay.
new. You know, it hasn't been very long. It's been maybe max 5-6 months that
Okay.
I'm like pushing it the most. you
That's
know?
lit.
Yeah. I took my government name. Like that's me. I make beats all day long. Ask my youth. Ask my friends. Like it's an addiction. I'll sit there, have like 10 reasons open at once, and I'm just like going away. You know.
Okay, so you're a reason guy.
Yeah.
You don't do the FL Studios.
Nope.
Okay.
Can't.
I like
Can't
it. I
do
like
it.
it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the difference between it, man. Why don't you fuck with FL? Because all my producer nerds are gonna be interested in this conversation. Trust me.
FL is a very good program.
Yeah.
I just find it's like very user friendly.
It is.
It's crack ready. You can make crack right there. You
Yeah,
don't have to
for
really
sure.
be a really good producer. Just grab sound, and boom. You know, just plug in, and it sounds great. But Reason, you got the whole deck. So you got to figure out all the things to make that sound properly.
Yeah.
So I fucks with that way. And I like the layout better. It's more professional looking. And Fruity Loops just like,
I tried
Yeah.
FL.
where the hell's a snare? And they named the snare
Yeah.
like Apple. And it's like, why is the snare named Apple? And why is the kick named Pear? Like, what is going on?
I tried FL for recording because, like, shout out to Native Beats,
Yeah.
my cousin. He records exclusively in FL, and he's like, "Yo, you don't even need to be paying for Pro Tools." So I tried it, and bro, like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I couldn't figure out the layout. Like in
Yeah.
terms of like recording, like it was just too much for me, bro. I was like, "Yo, I'm a Pro Tools guy," you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fuck all that, bro.
No, I feel you. I've seen what people can do with it recording wise.
Yeah.
It is a good tool. 'cause
Yeah, no,
we
like my
use
cousin's
it.
nasty on it.
Yeah,
honestly.
Hache uses it to record us whenever we're doing our own thing.
Mhm.
Me, when I personally do my own thing, I use Cool Edit Pro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I throw it in the Reason afterwards and
Yeah,
master
yeah,
it quick.
yeah. Just the vocals and
Yeah.
that. Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
it works. I mean, why not? You definitely,
Yeah.
but then again, Pro Tools is $44 a month now. You don't have to pay the whole thing at once if that's the problem. You know, I'm a Pro Tools guy. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Pro Tools to the death.
That's what you guys work best with, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Teach their own, right?
PT gang, baby. PT gang.
I wanted to bring it back to what you said about using your government name too.
Yeah.
I find like that's the in thing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's using their actual name as opposed to all these AKAs and stuff like that. But that name itself rolls so good off the tongue, dude, and it's gonna be so unique because nobody else is gonna have that.
Exactly, right? So I just took my middle name.
And the
and my first name.
connotations too. The connotations like Rozwel, these beats are out of this world. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's the tagline right there.
See, that's where it came from. The whole name Rozwel. It was like growing up, I was always an outcast. I always felt like an alien. So I'm like, you know what? I have to be that alien from the Roswell crash. Like, the only thing makes sense. You know? So I just stuck with it. And
Dope.
I love it.
That's lit,
A lot
man.
of fun.
That's lit. Let's talk a little bit about Smoking Ink now, because I've known you for a long time. Obviously, we're kind of family. So, you know, I think Smoking Ink came about, if I'm not mistaken, and don't quote me on this, but it's been about, what, 4 or 5 years maybe?
Going on for about that 4 or 5 years almost.
Because you were doing your thing independently for a while.
Yeah.
When I first met you, you were heavy into the beats, and you were fucking with Richie and those guys. You know, making on your music tips. And then honestly, since the Smoking Ink thing came about, I've noticed like a real kind of rebirth for you as an artist. I feel like the music's gotten better. I feel like, you know, you're really finding your sound now.
The vibe definitely is different because I'm doing it with somebody who's jumping into something that they weren't used to.
Right.
Hache comes from a folk, pop, rock, reggae background, and he's very talented.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I remember when it first started, bro, I was doing a verse and I was playing a beat in my room, and he comes in and starts singing, and it was the hook to Float, and I was like, bro, we got to do this. We got to do this. This is a vibe. This is fusion. This is not hip hop. This is fusion.
Exactly.
It's just been inspiring ever since.
No.
He's down to earth. He has my back. He's not like the rest of people, all games, you know.
Right.
We get it done. That's it.
Plus, are y'all still roommates?
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's
We
even
like
better,
brothers.
because I mean, you guys could just make music all hours of the day. You know what
it
I mean?
happens.
Yeah,
It
for
happens.
sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. That's a blessing right there, bro.
Mm.
That's a blessing right there. What's on the horizon for Smoking Ink?
Right now we're with Motive.
Shout out to Motive.
Ish.
Ish. Ish.
We're gonna get off there soon. We have 2 EPs we're working on.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go complete independent. I find it's easier that way.
More control.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And their marketing is okay, so we're gonna take a month and then push that one song, and it's like, bro, we got all this music. Like, we need to be consistent. A month is not consistent this day. So
That's true. So that actually leads into a pretty cool question that I've talked about with a couple of other artists that have come on the show. Singles versus full-length projects. What do you think is more important in terms of marketing at this point?
honestly, singles.
Yeah.
From what I've noticed in the industry, I've seen guys who don't even have a finished album and they're getting like 200,000 views.
Right.
They got a full following. He's only dropped like 5 tracks. Right?
Yeah, I agree. Singles is the way to go.
You got to push it until you get found. Then when you get found, and you have your fan base. Then drop. the project.
Then put out a project, and that to me that just seems logical.
Yeah.
But I still see a lot of guys, especially from here, putting out like 22-track mixtapes, and it's like, bro, no, but like, you know, you're still.
I made that mistake.
You're still putting mixtapes on that piff. It's 2022, dog.
There's
Like,
20 tracks that, okay, maybe there's 1-2 tracks that are really gonna pop. People are gonna hear it, but then you just wasted 20 other good tracks, bro.
Exactly.
And if you would have spaced it out and people could have digested it,
You have a
one
year's
at
worth of
time,
music right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
If you're doing it monthly, yeah, you got half a year's worth of work in one project.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely the smartest thing to do. You got to have the hype before you start building things like that. Because even you see on some artists' albums that are big, I've listened to the album like, oh shit, I never knew this song has even existed.
For sure.
Like, it's the last song on the album. You're like, didn't even push this song.
Yeah, and plus you get a lot of filler, which is because when artists are signed, especially on majors, it's like you have that deadline that you have to meet. So if you need 12 songs by Tuesday and you only have 10, guess what? Those other 2, no matter what they end up sounding like, are making the album, bro. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get some not so great songs on the album. You know what I mean?
That's what happened when I was in Mars Records with Richie and all of them. The guy came with a bunch of beats and concepts, and like half of them, he's like, but you got 2 months to finish this. I was like, we're only like 2 songs in the whole album. Like, what the fuck?
It's different once you have that fucking imaginary deadline to fuck. At that point, you feel like you're being pressured into putting out this project. You gotta scramble to write all these lyrics, and you're not feeling it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because you listen to the bars, and you're like, that bar wasn't hard though. I could have gone harder, but I gotta put it. So you know what? Just take that.
You wanted to go on your own pace.
Yeah.
Naturally, just let the track flow and be the best that it could be.
Exactly.
So yeah, I definitely feel you on the being pressured into.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst, and I see that's why a lot of artists take time to drop projects when they're signed, because they're pushing them. Oh, we need something that sounds like Drake. We need something that sounds like that. And they're sitting there with, I'm not Drake.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel that.
Independent is definitely the way to go, and I think that you guys have built kind of a strong enough name now to where going independent is not necessarily a bad idea. Because independent can suck if you don't have a following. I mean, you're just releasing tracks to nobody at that point, which is fucking rough, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but I think you guys have built a strong enough following to where it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's why I also gotta build a team. I tell everybody you need a team. You can't do it alone.
that's a fact.
Like Tech Nine made the Forbes list as an independent artist, and that's what motivated me. Like, yo, look what he did, but he had the team,
Yeah.
and it all helped. So.
And his team is strong, bro.
Oh yeah,
Super strong. Super strong. Strains music, man.
Mm-hmm.
For real. For real. For real.
What I want to know about the clash, how does it actually work? Like,
Okay.
how do we clash? Like, I come on the show, and
So for this one,
how do I take the title from King Miz?
for this one, basically you have to send in an unreleased track, so nothing get flagged. You have to send in 2, sorry, and then it's gonna be like a tournament tree.
Okay.
We're gonna clash you with somebody, and you gotta go through the tree.
But I'm saying, how do we
That's
clash? Do we like go face in
So
front
this
of each
one,
other and we start
You're gonna
dropping
perform
tracks?
like how we're doing things. You're gonna perform your track,
Okay.
and then people are gonna vote for it. We're gonna judge it, and that's how it's all gonna go down.
Okay, so
Yeah. So
basically-
eventually, we're gonna have 2 artists on the stage, and they're gonna be like face to face, and then one's gonna
That's
come
lit.
in, and then
That's
the other
lit.
one's gonna come in, and they're gonna have to like show like what they got, you know, because it's not just about the bars; it's about deliverance,
Everything.
It's about stage
I
presence.
love that. I love that.
That's the biggest, you know.
I
Like
love
so many
that.
people are there rapping on stage and they're standing like
Yeah.
this. I'm like, yo, jump around, bro. Like,
Yeah.
get people excited, you know. Like, look at Travis Scott; he's got people stage diving. Like,
No, I feel you on that.
Yo, I actually love that because you know what? That gives people, because there's different classes of rappers, right? You have your classic studio rapper who everything that comes out sounds amazing, but then on stage they're completely flat. You also have the other side of the spectrum where, and I've seen this at shows where you'll hear a guy's song just like playing on speakers, and you're like, but then you see him perform it, and you're like, oh, this
definitely.
guy's crazy,
Energy's
like
there.
yeah, bro. So that's gonna give a different dichotomy to the clash. I'm excited to see that actually.
Yeah, definitely.
I might even step on the stage
Please
for
do.
that because bro,
Please
I
do,
got
man.
energy is something I'm not lacking in, believe it or not. So that might be crazy.
nah, definitely would, because I keep telling Misery just won by the skin of his teeth the last one.
yeah?
He almost got knocked out by 2 rock band members.
Oh really?
wow.
Yeah, they were like a punk band or something like that. These
shit.
2 guys entered.
Really?
Yeah, the guy sounded like G-Eazy.
That's crazy.
It was
Sick,
insane.
sick.
I was like, the fuck's going
Okay,
on?
right,
you know?
right.
But Misery just held it down just enough. So,
He's got that. He's Misery's tracks bang still.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie to you,
yeah.
bro.
And I've witnessed him do his thing, and he freestyles a lot of that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the mind-blowing part about it. It's like, you just did a whole hook, 2 verses off the top of your head, bro. What the fuck?
Everything that I seen him drop and like I got the chance to listen to, fucking dope.
Yeah.
Dope. And he does have that presence that he can drop bars like
yeah.
no problem off the top of his head. So
Definitely talented guy.
sick.
Some interesting things coming for the clash. When are you looking to start the on-stage things? Is it on the horizon, or is it just kind of you're working on it for right now?
Honestly, we're gonna keep it how we have it right now with the camera because of COVID.
That's
It
true.
makes so many
That's true.
restrictions.
And
you have to be vaxxed.
And
this
there's
so-
more coming, it looks like.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, we'll wait. We'll wait till we can build it, get the funding,
Yeah.
because we want to do it big.
For sure.
No,
For sure.
we got something in the works. I've been planning it for a while now. I think I had it in the works beforehand, but when Talia had mentioned she wanted to do this battle competition, right? Getting people pied in the face and shit. I'm like, that is not gonna fly. I know you're not gonna want to come on the show and get
No
a
rapper
pie
is
smacked in
gonna
your
sign
face.
up to get pie in the face. That's not gonna happen.
I'd rather do hot ones first.
So, anyways, we got this thing I'm cooking up. I'm gonna reveal it today. It's gonna be called the Hometown Showdown, and it's basically you're gonna come with your catalog of music, and we're gonna put you up against somebody that has a similar catalog of music, and you're gonna square off basically 3 tracks. It's like a versus. We're doing like a versus, but we're gonna have like some sick ass sign in the background, and you're gonna have judges. I'm not gonna be one of the judges. I'm thinking we'll get some like top notch producers, people that beat make, people that can actually they have what's it called? They have a reason to drop their opinion. You know what I mean? It can't just be some fucking Joe Blow that has no
It's true.
experience in it. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do. And when that shit pops off, you're gonna be on the show. Everybody's gonna be on the show. You're gonna be on the show. We're gonna get some great stuff happening there.
Can I
too,
wear a
man.
wife beater on the show?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, that's all I want to know, bro. I'm
Bing
waiting.
bong.
I'm waiting.
No, honestly, that's one thing the city needs to start doing is start working together.
Yeah.
There's the reason why the states are popping always because they all work together. Even if they don't like each other, You see them in the same studio. Okay, yeah. And outside, be like, I fucking hate that dude. But they're still getting it done, and then people are seeing that shit. Montreal needs to do that. That's why we're not like Toronto.
Small town mentality, unfortunately, in the city, and it's a lot of it is to do with the language divide as well. Because once you break it down to the English side of things, it's an extremely small community. Like we all know each other, bro. At the end of the day, like you know what I mean. So
we see, I'd love to break that. That's what I'm trying to do with Clash.
Yeah,
we tell French to artists to come in, but we need to find someone who can speak a little bit more French
for sure.
But till then, you know,
I feel like you could speak good French though.
I have my moments.
Yeah,
I have my moments. You know what I mean?
Get what's his name there? Your cousin to come in, bro.
Oh.
YB. Shout out to YB, bro.
Yeah. He was the one who started everything with me back in the day.
That's crazy, man. I haven't seen this guy in forever, bro. Yo, I was just reading on my phone, right? We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I was reading on my phone just as I was talking to him. So the Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez situation, and you don't have to jump into it too much if you don't want to, say anything controversial. That's usually my job. So basically now it came out that the doctor didn't find no fragments of bullets in her feet.
I've been watching the case little by little, but the fragments they're missing. That's what I saw. I heard they're missing.
You're right. They're missing.
No fragments.
Missing. They're missing.
So I don't know. It's weird. I saw Tory posted an update saying they've been lying on me this whole day in court. Basically, read the transcripts. It's all lies and shit,
bro. But like Tory's been claiming his innocence from the very beginning.
Yeah, from the very beginning.
Which is, I mean, most people are gonna do that because you don't want to say anything to incriminate yourself, right? Whatever. Right? But like, I don't know. It seemed fishy to me from the very beginning. And like, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't her album dropping right when this whole thing went down? So it's kind of like, bro, come on, bro. Like, what are you guys talking about, man?
Yeah. That's all you're watching on the news.
Yeah.
Tory this, Tory, Megan Thee Stallion. Fuck. So yeah, it makes sense that you're trying to promote the project. You're trying to get that extra buzz. You know what I mean?
Plus, let's be honest, with like the whole Me Too movement in the last couple of years, playing the damsel in distress now is the easiest card for promotion. Like, you know what I mean?
That Jussie Smollett guy. You saw that,
bro?
The dude from Empire.
No,
he got convicted of everything.
Yeah. So you don't remember this?
No.
He faked a hate crime. Does not ring a bell to you? Okay, so basically this dude faked a hate crime, said that like he was walking, he left Subway at like 2 a.m. in Chicago, and 2 guys beat him up for being black and gay. It turns out after all this time, it was all orchestrated. He staged the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Put a noose around his neck and everything.
Bro, this is hilarious. Like the lengths people go to for fame these days are unbelievable. Why couldn't he just be an island boy?
Yeah.
Isn't that an easier way to go?
The Island Boys. The Island Boys.
Island Boys.
Get some Bantu knots and go on TikTok and vibe out in a pool, bro.
Yeah. Definitely. Speaking of the Island Boys, they got that new video out there. I know everybody loves the Island Boys, so go peep that video. Run the numbers up and everything. You know what I mean? Give us some likes.
They paying you or what? I think he might have shot the video.
Battery's probably seen their confrontational videos that's been going on lately.
That's hilarious.
Their only videos they have is them walking off podcasts.
Yep.
They were actually at the Woodley fight last night. They were getting drinks thrown at them. Yeah. They got drinks thrown at them at the Woodley fight.
Oh, I did not see this. That's hilarious.
I'm not surprised. Honestly, even if it's just for the clout, to get more clout, if you're going to come at people, you're going to do it to the wrong person one day.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, like Logan Paul could have beat the shit out of these 2 guys, bro. Like, honestly, like if we're being serious.
They're sticks.
Come on, they're sticks.
Come on,
French
man.
fries. You know?
Yeah. You can tell they're not from the hood. They even said they don't want beef.
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob. Yeah.
I'm lying.
That's exactly it.
It's
That's
true.
exactly it.
It's so true, bro. It's funny, but like, it's crazy how TikTok has changed the game, though. Like, if you look at it, so many people are going viral. Dude. When Cross was on, we were talking about like the hip hop scene in Nigeria and how many of these guys are going viral off of TikTok dances and shit. Like, bro.
WizKid, Burna Boy. What's the other dude?
Burna Boy's fire.
Yeah. There's a few of them. Little CK.
Okay, I haven't heard of
that's Love Nwantiti. That's like the most popular one.
No one knows what you're talking about right now. You over here singing and shit.
Yeah, you don't know.
Now I want to go look it up, though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dope shit.
I still don't have TikTok, bro. I feel like I need to break into the TikTok market.
I'm so with it. I have one for Clash.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really happy for. I'm really happy for Nems.
Yo,
dude,
for real.
Bing bong. What's Joe Biden?
Yo, Joe Byron. He's even got the T-shirt now. The Life of Byron T-shirt. I'm about to buy that shit.
Man, and I just ever since he's been saying Bing bong, this guy's like went totally viral. Everybody's sharing it, bro. Big celebrities from all over the States.
It's crazy what makes someone go viral. It's like could be the littlest thing. You could sneeze a certain way that's funny. It's also
Dude's got sick bars. He's got great music. But what did it take for him to actually get that viral moment? Him going around fucking roasting people.
Yo, don't ever disrespect me. Yo, that's I watch that shit. Follow Nems on Instagram if you don't already. It's hilarious. Like he's a New York dude, Coney Island, and he just stands on the block and people walk by and he just makes fun of them. Like, yo, don't ever disrespect me looking like a Mexican, whatever. Like, it's just, yo, it's hilarious, bro. But it is good to see for real that like finally an underground artist is coming up. He's made millions off of his merch line and now he's got a viral moment, and it's just good for me personally. It's good for the culture because finally we have an artist who can actually rap and like who's known for his rapping as opposed to like whatever the fuck else dudes are known for, you know, being a gangster or being whatever dudes claim to be, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's a beautiful moment for me to see Nems come up because I've been following Nems for a long time, bro. And like, yo, it's lit. Shout out to Nems, man, for real. And Bing bong.
I think it also has to do a little bit with he's in collaboration working with Media Famous. I think Domingo Padilla.
Oh yeah.
So Domingo.
I
have
Domingo on Facebook. Shout out to Domingo. Bro.
I got Domingo on Facebook,
you know too. Big up Domingo. If you don't know who that is, legendary producer, produced joints for Big Pun, and all that shit.
So I think the fact that these guys were able to come together, I don't know what the situation was before, but I feel like ever since I've been seeing their names in cohesion, Nems has really been going to the next level and everything. Good, yeah. And
also, you know what's interesting? I think Domingo, I don't know if it's his service or if he's just promoting for them, but he's promoting like an alternative to
Media Famous.
DistroKid.
Yeah, it's the Media Famous
okay, so website. That's what it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to check out.
Basically, he's opening up the artist's eyes that if you go with this service, you're actually going to get funds back in return. Yeah. As opposed to putting your music on Spotify and all these other...
You ain't getting pennies back.
You know what I mean?
It's worse than being signed to a label back in the day. You get what, 1.5 cents per or whatever, you know. And then it
usually
went up
I think it was like 70 cents if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. It wasn't much, but I mean, if you times it by 1 million, it's still 700K. You know what I mean? As opposed to like a point of a penny for on Spotify.
Yeah,
like,
it's retarded.
Bro, you get 1 million streams. Here's $5, man. Like, go buy a candy bar. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like, whoa, I just picked up your platform too.
Bro,
you know,
like crazy.
What's that meme that's going around now? Like everybody's been posting their recaps. Spotify recap got 4,000.
I don't like that thing. I think there's some way to fake that.
Oh, there is. You can absolutely.
There's one guy, I won't mention names. I see him from the city, and he had like 250K streams. I was like, it's impossible. His music's trash.
Well, he probably paid for playlists and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
But you can actually pay for streams, like bots. Same thing as the YouTube views. Bots.
Crazy.
There's bot farms in Russia or wherever they do it, and you pay them and they give you streams. Like I saw somebody. It was last year, 2020. I think it was either 1.7 or 17 million. Either way, a ridiculous number. We'll just go with 1.7. 1.7 million streams for the year. I'm like, okay, well, there's about 2 million people in the greater Montreal area. And I know a lot of people, and nobody I know has ever heard of this guy. And like the Montreal hip hop scene is super small, so it's like nobody's talking about you, dog. So how do you have 1.7?
That's enough to get put
streams?
on the interviews on like CTV and shit like that, because that's basically making it.
I was like, something doesn't add up here, bro. You have 1.7 million streams. You have 900 followers on Instagram.
I think when you see the discrepancies like that, you're like, dude, why are you even doing this?
Exactly.
You already know, like me, you, and every single person watching knows that you're faking this.
Yeah, but does the average person know? That's the thing that I wonder.
But see, that's the scheme. That's what a lot of people are doing. They say fake it till you make it. So if you pay for views, people are like, oh, what's going on here?
It's like, yo, he's got 45,000 views in one day. Like,
I think it's easier to fake it. Let's say you're doing multiple shows, you're actually dropping stuff, you're traveling to different countries. Yeah. So it looks like you're busy. Okay, then you can fake it with the views. Like, okay, it makes sense that the guy's generating this type of buzz. Yeah. But if you're not doing anything, you drop one single in a month, and like, oh, this guy's got a 1.7 million.
Facts.
Like you are not performing. You're not doing anything.
Facts. Like guys like Scylla and Joe Dolo, they're making moves. You see it. They're all over the place. You see the people showing love. Like that's what I like to see. You know, these
Joe
other
Dolo
ones.
Too, he's traveling. Went to Africa and stuff. He shot a video there. Like,
he goes there all the time.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he's from.
I'm trying to go to Morocco, dog.
Yeah, me too. I want to go to Morocco.
I'm trying to go to Morocco, bro.
Apparently, you can't go certain parts of Morocco if you're not from there. Same thing, Algeria.
Yeah, but I mean, it's every country's like that, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm a chameleon. I'll fit in. You motherfuckers will think I'm Moroccan
get
for a
all
week,
dressed
bro.
up
You
and
don't even
everything.
know. I'll dye my beard extra black. Like, fuck it, I'm Moroccan today. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you.
But yeah, man, it's crazy. And like as far as like the faking it, but I mean, the thing is too, right? Is if you look at like the top level of the entertainment industry, because yo, like 6ix9ine actually kind of exposed this about, I think it was Ariana Grande when he was complaining about him not getting the number one album.
Yeah.
That basically, bro, like on Billboard, to get number one on Billboard, all it is who's got the biggest budget at the end of the
Yep.
day. That's all it really means.
Exactly.
It's not
It's
even
getting
about the
placed
metrics.
properly.
It's you know, who's got the biggest envelope.
That's
You know what I
definitely
mean?
what it is.
So I don't know, man. We frown upon it, but I mean, even at the top levels of the industry, they're doing
That's the whole thing. Once you're that famous and you're worldwide, well, what does it hurt if you sprinkle a couple of fake views over here? You know what I mean?
a couple 100 million.
A couple
you know what I mean? Just sprinkle that on there. Fuck it.
Everybody pays, like every single artist. Why? Because you want to be number one.
Exactly.
You're number 10. Okay, let's get it to 2. Let's get it to 3.
Yeah.
How we do that? We gotta spruce up the numbers, pay for some shit, and that's what it definitely is.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
time. Big time.
So, what do we have in the future in terms of beat making, or in the terms of you as an artist?
A lot. We're working on a lot of stuff right now. I keep telling people when you don't hear us or see us, be careful because we're stacking up. We're starting to
stacking it up.
organize.
Smart.
Yeah. Definitely more clash. Beat wise, I'm just trying to find more artists. Starting to push it out a little bit more. Exactly.
We got to
right.
join. We got to join. Cool.
Yeah. And career wise, more music videos coming. Once we get off Motive, everyone's gonna see a difference because now we can drop whatever we want, whenever we want.
Yeah.
See, that's what's killing us the most right now. We have these bangers that we're holding on to, and it's like, okay, let's just get these 3 more songs to this guy, drop that, and then on to our next adventure.
And what's the new strategy that you guys are planning for releases? I know you weren't happy with the old one. So.
At least a track a week,
Track a
minimum. Or if we drop a track, we gotta push it, like really, really push it, flood it, put it on our stories all the time. You know what I mean? That's what I've noticed. Scylla and Dolo have done, and since they started doing that, they just
You got to constantly be on the timeline.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
consistency.
Yeah.
More consistency.
I'm terrible.
And more
with that, man.
interactive.
I'm terrible with that.
Oh, I am too. I can't do this whole selfie thing, man. I'm not. You know, I was born in '87,
Yeah,
man.
for
Like,
real,
I'm old
feel you.
school.
We 80s babies, man.
I think I have 2 selfies in my phone.
Straight up.
I have several thousand, but none of them will ever be posted, though. You know what I'm
Him,
saying?
it's always the same selfies. Like,
Yeah, I'm in the gym angry, bro. That's
Straight up.
what we do, man. You know what I mean? Like, shit, that's my life, bro. You feel me?
Well, we were talking about fights, man. So we had the Woodley fight. Did you see the Dustin Poirier versus?
I did. Well, before we talk about that, we
Oliveira.
got to talk about Nunes getting knocked the fuck
No,
out.
dude, that was
getting choked. The
I
fuck out.
jumped
My bad.
out of the couch, bro. I jumped off the
Yo, me
couch.
too. I was screaming.
Going,
I was literally
"Holy
screaming.
shit."
Yeah, I was screaming, bro. I was screaming, bro. Like I couldn't. And you know what? Why I'm even more pissed? You know why I'm even more pissed, bro? Because I was gonna bet on the fucking fight. I had a I don't know what it. You know what it was? It was the weigh-in. When they did the weigh-in and they faced off. Yo, Juliana Pena had this dead look in her eyes, like just stoic, and I was like, yo, something's off. Because usually when people like face off with Amanda Nunes, they're scared because she's scary, bro. Yo, Juliana Pena just looked through her soul, bro. I was like, yo, Amanda Nunes is about to lose, bro. If I would have put $200, I would have got $1,200 back. I'm so pissed off right now.
Yeah, I feel you. Those moments when you could have made some money, and you're like, fuck.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
that's the gamble, all right?
But that fight leading up to it, like I remember I wanted to refresh myself. Like Juliana Pena, I remember her from The Ultimate Fighter and everything.
yeah.
She wasn't that an impressive fighter in my eyes because like she didn't have
But
any.
her jiu-jitsu's always been
Her
very good.
jiu-jitsu's always been
Always
good,
been
but
very
I found she was boring. I found she was
She
boring.
wants to take it to the ground all the
Yeah,
time.
she wants to take it to the ground, and I'm like, bro, there's no way Nunes is not knocking her out. Nunes is gonna knock her out. It's gonna be a crazy fight, and as soon as the tables turned, like I think it was round 2 or 3,
2.
yeah, as soon as the tables turned, and it was just a slobber knocker, like clobber fest, bang, 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 bang. I was like going ape shit. I'm like, holy, bro, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it, and she did it. She did it, but. And the other one, and Nunes was like, amping herself up so much, saying that she's gonna retire undefeated, all these things.
I was
and
sad for her though.
I was sad
'Cause
too
I like
because I
Nunes,
like
for sure.
Nunes. Like
Yeah,
they're
for
both
sure.
very likable people. But I think it was time for a change of
for a
guard.
change,
You know?
yeah.
Well, I kind of felt like that way about Ronda Rousey. She was killing it, and then that one loss hit her
Yeah.
so hard.
But the
man.
thing about Ronda was that she was kind of one-dimensional
Yeah.
with it, whereas like mixed martial arts is moving into this space where you have to be good at everything,
Yep.
you know. And Ronda is, I mean, she's a decent striker, but her thing is really more the grappling, right?
Exactly.
And then you face somebody again like Holly Holm, who's a world-class striker, like bro. And then she faced Nunes. I mean, forget it, bro. You're
Oh, yeah.
getting your head knocked off
For sure.
Bing bong.
I had to say that was bad management on her management's
big-
part,
big
setting
time.
her up with those
But
fights.
I've
you
heard
know?
rumblings that she might make a comeback. Ronda might be in talks to making a
Hell
comeback.
no.
I've been seeing her in social media and certain things. You should like peep in, you see her face, she's cameoing a lot,
Yeah.
and that usually
I
happens.
think she's super happy being in WWE that she doesn't have to get punched.
She's
in
not
the
even
face.
in WWE
Not
anymore.
anymore?
Nah, bro.
No,
she's
she's out?
long gone.
Okay, so maybe that's why she wants to come back in.
The thing is, I think she could still come in and compete. I don't think she's gonna beat Nunes. I don't think she's gonna beat Valentina Shevchenko anytime soon.
She'd have
But
to
she could
strengthen
still
herself
she could still
completely.
come in and win a couple fights. I think so. I think she could beat Holly Holm. To be honest with you, that would be a dope rematch.
Yeah.
Also, one little theory I had for that Pena fight,
Yeah.
because the presser beforehand, they were asking what's going to happen with the division if Nunes wins.
Nothing.
They're going to basically they were going to axe the whole division because
She beat everybody.
she's beating everybody.
Yeah.
I have like a small little theory that this is a
Oh,
fall.
don't
dude.
start with me with this conspiracy theory
I
bullshit.
have a little theory that Nunes took a fall, man.
Nah, you're crazy.
Like she got.
Want to be serious? The reason why I don't watch fights or bet on fights anymore, I've kind of felt that way about Mayweather. A lot of people get mad when I say that. I'm like, it's too much money involved, man. There's too much money involved. Whereas, like, I don't think some of those fights he would have won if someone
True.
didn't say, like, yo, just,
I
make
don't
it exciting.
know, man. I feel like there'd be more money if he lost, almost, because like that's what people are paying to see.
Well, that's how I'm thinking about this Pena thing. Like, she just lost. The division gets saved. Now you have a new,
guess,
you have a
but,
new
like,
king. She's a new queen. Now you're gonna have her focus on her other division, where she still holds the title, Nunes, and Pena's just gonna rock whoever's fighting in that division. And maybe there's gonna be a rematch down the line that's gonna make some paper.
I think it's gonna be an immediate rematch. To be honest with you,
We'll see. We'll see.
that's what Dana. Looks like what Dana's talking about. And then Poirier lost, which I was really going for Poirier in that fight, bro. You know what's crazy? I never liked Dustin Poirier all these
Me
years.
neither.
And then when the first time he beat Conor, and then you saw Conor's true colors come out, I lost a lot of respect for Conor, and now I'm a fucking huge Dustin Poirier fan.
Same
here.
exact
Connor's
thing.
going down.
And he's just being a
His
dick.
arrogance,
He's
yes.
just being a
Arrogance,
dick, and
yeah.
it's like, bro, like you.
He's always been
knocked
kind of
out.
like that, though.
No, he's
You've
for
seen it, like,
sure always been
the more
like
he started
that, but-
winning, the more it started coming. He started getting a little more
It's,
loose, and now he's just there,
it's
like,
not so cute when you're losing, though. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. He's kind of like, bro, shut the fuck up.
The guy's got so much money right now.
Yeah,
The only thing he doesn't have is the respect of other fighters.
for sure.
So I think it might be eating him up inside.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
because he's a
And-
fighter at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So that's definitely what it is.
yeah. And he was a very talented fighter too. I always
sure.
liked McGregor.
For
And
sure.
now seeing
I
both ways
was
going.
a McGregor fanboy, bro.
Yeah.
Like I legit thought he was gonna beat Floyd Mayweather. Stupid, but I literally thought he was gonna win that fight.
Like looking back on it, because you know when they have those promos like throughout the years, like Conor did this, and that, and I was looking back on all of Conor's achievements, basically, and this guy's done so much. He's done so much. He literally, when he busted onto the scene, he took over Europe by storm.
Yeah, for sure.
Without him, UFC wouldn't be as big as it is today in Europe.
He's the Hulk Hogan of
Yeah.
mixed
Yeah.
martial arts, 100%.
right there,
brother.
He got to get that big money fight with Mayweather. Unheard of. Nobody did
That was a
crossover.
big. They got paid.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
where he
Fight.
made his biggest bag for
Yeah.
sure.
Crazy.
Yeah. At that point, yeah, you're gonna pay me back like that. I might take a fall too.
I was just telling Mike that before we started the show. I'll let you knock me clean out for $1 million,
Oh yeah,
straight up.
fuck yeah, man.
I mean,
I
take
think
that
it would have been
$1 million and flip
interesting to see if they did a double thing. So he went into the octagon
Yeah, but
afterwards,
no.
but we all know what would
That's
happen.
not fair, bro. He would have got murdered.
That's what
He
I'm
wouldn't
saying,
have
though.
lasted a round. Like honestly,
Exactly.
one leg kick, it would have been finished, bro.
Oh, for
He
sure,
would have tapped.
for sure. But I think he's also an athlete that could work around that.
Not really.
No,
He's definitely an amazing athlete.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but he's never been kicked in the leg by somebody who can kick a leg
That's
or
true, kick a leg
taken
off.
down and strangled. And you know, it's a
Yeah.
complete bro. Like our old cameraman, I don't know if he's still our cameraman, but shout out to Lambro. He does jujitsu, and one day I was talking shit to him like, bro, I'll fuck you up. You know what I mean? And he was just laughing, and I'm like, bro, you don't know, dog. I got a strong grip. I'm this, I'm that, bro. We rolled for like 30 seconds. This guy tied me up in a knot in a pretzel and just left me there. He's like, oh, he's like tap right now, or I'm gonna break your leg. I'm like, you're really gonna break my leg, dog? Like, you know what I mean? And by the way, that rematch on all 3 cameras, that rematch is still a thing, Lambro. So I know you're not coming to the podcast because you're shook, dog. Because you see I'm training and I'm ready to go, fam. So yo, show up. It's showtime, dog.
Careful now. Careful now. I might pretzel you again.
I've been lifting. I'm good. I'm extra strong. Let's go. I've been working on my flexibility.
Well, I think we're getting down to the wire right now.
Let's go.
We're getting down to the wire. I know you got the clash right after this.
Yeah.
So at this point, what I need to do, I'm going to grab this gem. I'm going to hand you this gem.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to drop some words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
Drop a gem for the people out.
The most thing I could say is never give up on a dream. Even at its hardest, when you think that, okay, I can't make it, that's when you're supposed to push harder. Once you do, everything starts falling into place. You start manifesting the most amazing shit. I never thought in a million years I'd be doing what I'm doing.
Facts.
I thought I'd just be working 9 to 5. That's it. And I'm making beats, rapping, got a podcast, turning it into a big show. And it's only up from here.
Facts. Don't give up.
Never.
Never give up on your
Anything's
dreams.
possible. Anything's possible.
Awesome. Thank you for those words. And where can the people find you? Where can we get the beats? Where can we hear the music?
On social media for beats, it's Mr. Rozwel.
Mm-hmm.
For Clash, it's Clash MTL.
Okay.
On TikTok, for YouTube, which is where we're gonna be posting Clash.
Yeah.
That's Clash. Let's just say Clash one time. And then Facebook, you can find me on Sean Couvret. I'm still keeping that as it is. And for Smoking Ink, it's Smoking Ink on all platforms, and Instagram is Smoking Ink Official.
Okay, dope. A lot of places to find the music.
Oh, yeah. We out there.
Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Never a problem. Thank you for having me.
Have a great day, everybody. See you on another episode of the Hustle Podcast.
Lambro, you're dead.
Bing bong.
Peace.
Welcome, everybody.
Y'all ready for this?
The Hustle. My name is Steve Armopoulos, and these are my co-hosts, Natalia, and I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio. You may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle. Take money, make money, build a future forever. Even in stormy weather, we execute for treasure. The grind is real, you know. Got the willpower, Terrence Howard, hustle and flow. Rain, sleep, or snow. The odds against me for sure. I kick down them doors when they close. A sharp shooter of motivation that leave bullet holes. We're in the zone, get focused, song. Stay on your toes.